never knowing what warning she might have borne. Perhaps the next counselor Ashovan sent would be more malleable. Anders stood for a long moment in the doorway of his keep, listening to the receding hooves of Lady Vars's horse as it clattered over the cobblestone streets of the King's Way. Thick clouds above sealed out the starlight, and the fires in the great hall cast a ruddy glow over the cold ground that seemed to strain to reach beyond the courtyard. Somewhere, down in the city below, a dog began howling. Soon a dozen others joined their voices with its keen wail. He whispered the spell that would end the lady's life, and sauntered back to the great hall. A one-eyed warlord named Olmarg watched him knowingly as he returned. Olmarg stood at the table, leaning over the roast pig. He cut an ear off, chewed as he said in his thick accent, "She bolted on us." "That she did," Anders admitted. Several other lords looked up through bleary eyes, too far gone into their cups to bother speaking. "Knew she would," Olmarg said. "The ladies of Ashovan have no taste for wine or war. Now that she's gone, we won't have to bridle our tongues." Anders smiled. Moments ago he'd have thought the man too drunk to think clearly. "Agreed." Olmarg said, "Our land is a cold one, and in the long winters our young men have naught to do but huddle in the keeps under the firs, warming the wenches. For as long as our old ones remember, we've sold our sons to the highest bidder. We need this war. We need the plunder. More than that, we need lands in the south. And there's none better to be had than Mystaria. Do you really think we can hold it?" "With ease," Anders assured him. "Gaborn's forces are in disarray. There is far more than just the Reavers for them to worry about. When Raj-Aten destroyed the Blue Tower, he killed the vast majority of Gaborn's dedicates. Though there be many lords in Mystaria, few of them are Runelords." He let those last words settle in. Mystaria was the wealthiest land in all of Rofhaven. For centuries it had been well protected from attack, not because its castles were unassailable, but because of the number and power of its Runelords. With their wealth, the kings of Mystaria bought forcibles, magical branding irons made from rare blood metal. They used those forcibles to draw attributes such as strength and wit from their subjects. Now, without Runelords to protect it, the kingdom of Mystaria would not be able to stand for long. "What's more," Anders continued, "to your advantage, the vast majority of Gaborn's troops have marched west to drive Raj-Aten from Mystaria's borders. They'll have a tough job of it, for Raj-Aten has leveled several castles, and his men hold the strongest that remain. Gaborn will have to spend his men to dislodge Raj-Aten. With any luck, the two are already at one another's throats. That leaves Gaborn open to attack. His coastline is his soft underbelly." "Soft maybe," Olmarg said, "but soft enough? Mystaria's men outnumber mine 20-1. Even with your help, not mine alone," Anders assured him. "Beldinuk will sweep down from the north, joining us." "Beldinuk?"